name is John, and I'm one of the co-founders of TelePath. This is my friend Uchao, who we are working together to develop this project. And so, personally, I know a family friend who several years ago forgot to take his high blood pressure pill. And so he suffered brain shock, and currently he's on a lifelong paralysis on the lower body because of it. And so to solve this problem, we developed TelePath. It's a wearable technology around the wrist that will be a reminder to take your pills so that you never forget them. And so back to the problem. So why did the friend not take his pills? It was such an easy, simple step. It's just taking a pill. But pill taking is actually not easy. It is actually pretty hard, because there's many obstacles that prevent one from taking one's pills. You can forget because of the different times and dosages. You can also, you may be too busy because you're on the go, or there's just too many to keep track of. And today, where pills have been increasingly prevalent in society, over 60% of the American population takes some sort of prescribed medication, and of the top 10 most common prescribed drugs, over 8 of them are in the form of pills, and so it's pretty big. And so this problem is not just my family friends, because about 75% of that population fail to take their pills properly. And so we developed TelePath to solve this problem. TelePath will organize and dispense your pills, or urge you to take those pills, and also make your pills portable and accessible so that you can take them wherever you go. We expect to produce each product around $50 and setting on a 50% margin around $100. And we are also expecting to, we hope to partnership with pharmacies and hospitals, in which case we will sell them in bursts at a bit lower price, around $75. And for our first launch, we are expected to have a 1-month free trial for the customers. And so, our market, currently the pharmacy automation market is around $6 billion, and about half of it is dominated by the automated dispensing systems. And this $6 billion market is expected to grow to $9 billion by 2020, and so we expect our potential share to grow as well by then. Besides the pharmacy, this market, if you look at hospitals, currently hospitals have a barcode medication administration system where each patient has a barcode, and the nurse scans the barcode so that she or he can administer the proper medication to the patient. So that costs around $8,000 per bed per year. And we can develop a TelePath for those nurses so that they can have an easier task in making sure that there's no medical errors in administering each patient their medication. And so we have other competition too, where we have the pill box, which is cheap and can be portable, but it never alerts you or dispenses them. The phone alert app, it's on your phone, so if you can carry it around, but it's no use if you don't carry your pills around. So that's that assumption. On the pill dispenser, it's big and it's a bit more expensive, and it doesn't really have the alert system that we want for dispensing. And the automated pill dispensing system was much expensive, and it's too big to carry around. And so TelePath, it may be expensive than the, it actually be $75, but it's maybe expensive than the pill box or the app, but it's cheaper than the pill dispenser. But it now has the portability, the alert system, and the dispensing mechanism for people to carry around. And so our team currently, I am Chuck in the lead. This is Uchao. We are both rising seniors at Ithaca High School. We have 4 other founders, co-founders that work separately outside this program. So we first came up with this idea during the LCS Showdown in February, when we won first place with this very smart idea. We developed it and expanded it even more through this program, and we hope to have a working prototype by the end of this year. And so never forget your pills again with TelePath. We're working on a prototype right now, and so we're looking for circuit designers or electrical hardware developers. So feel free to contact us if you fit any of these categories. or in just in general if you have interest in that product. Thank you.
I know you're working on the prototype now, but how big of a system is it? Like, is it something that a guy can carry in his pants pocket? Or is it bigger so that, you know, I mean, I guess it would depend on the size.
So currently, we're optimizing to have it around like a wristwatch.
Okay.
But we still haven't quite started the, like our first prototype is going to be big, but we're hoping to optimize it to a really portable, like easy to carry the size.
Great, thanks. Great presentation.
How will the alarm work? According to each pill?
Yeah, so the pill towel will know when each pill needs to be dispensed. So when the time comes, it's going to be like a watch. So when the time comes, it will vibrate, notifying the user. They can just
So you would program?
Yes.
Okay, you program for each pill that the person takes.
And how many would you load up into the device? Like a whole week's worth?
We would each pill towel for the day. It'd be the daily amount of pills.
Daily amount.
We also expect to have a charging system. So at the end of each day, the user can put the pill towel in the charging system, and the charging system will automatically charge the device as well as refill all the pills for the next day. So